Yeah, I've got another video I'm supposed to make, and it's about the people in the future, everything that happens after the rapture. See, there's a lot of damaged goods out there, and I mean damaged people. They've had a really hard past. They've known nothing but crime or violence and have such a negative attitude towards the world. This rapture is supposed to give them a chance to get a clean slate. However, the rest of the world does not need to put up with any more of that. See, society isn't safe if you have a pit bull that bites. There's only one thing you can do is put the pit bull down. Nobody should live in fear. And no one should have to live around crime. Should be able to trust. And so in the beginning, during these 7 years, the mark of the beast is going to be very important. And you'll learn in my tapes what that really means. But what it boils down to is you got 3 strikes. And after the 3rd strike, we're taking you out, sending you home for judgment. No more are we going to tolerate violence and crime ever again. If you can't find a way to live right, you lost your right to live in the nursery. And that is the way it's going to be. Nobody should have to put up with that anymore. That's the main reason why I'm here, is put an end to the madness. Everyone should be able to walk the streets at night, never have a fear one. Everyone should be able to leave their front doors unlocked, knowing that when they come back, everything's going to be there. Everyone should have the courage to be able to talk to people, knowing that they're not going to go blowing up on them and being stupid and crazy and violent. That's the way of the future. And during these 7 years, that's the adjustment that needs to happen. If they can't, or they won't, they are gone. The rest of the world is clear and free. I've given instructions exactly how to do it. There's going to be 3 sheriffs that are going to decide if there's charges to be done. There's going to be 3 judges that decided if they're guilty. And then there's going to be 3 executioner judges that are going to execute it. That's it. Everyone that's in prison, they're going to get out if they can behave and act right, because you're going to need all the hands you can get. However, the judges, the 3 judges of execution, if they're on death row, there's probably a reason they're there. And they're going to have to judge if it's time to just send them home or to really give them a chance. That's going to be up to those 3 execution judges. Each state's going to have one. Yeah. And when the judge says that they are to be executed, we're not going to leave them in a prison cell for 2-3 months, a year, or whatever. They got 7 days. 7 days. And then it's done. No more is the nursery going to suffer for criminals and violence. None. That is the way it's going to be after Christmas Eve. So, like I said, that's why I'm here, to bring an end to this madness that we live in. And by the year 28, the children They won't live in fear anymore. And they'll have respect. That is what's needed in society right now. Children need to be able to do things without fear, but they also have to respect people. And that is what I'm giving you, is instructions exactly how to do it. But if any time they choose to go the other way, 3 strikes and you're out for all eternity. The rest of the time of the nursery, we are not tolerating criminals or violence. That is it. End of story. And I'm giving you these clips because there's a lot of things that he wants me to tell you before I go. But this is a very important one. Mankind does not need to put up with criminals and violence anymore. And they won't. This will be the end of it. I guess I'll have more to tell you, but he just wanted me to make sure you got that message. Because some people claim to be broken, but they have a choice. If they choose not to act right, if they want to be a pit bull and bite, we are going to put them down and send them home for judgment. Nobody will be given blame. The 3 judges that do the execution, God has personally told me to not let them feel bad about what they're doing. They are doing the nursery a service. We've had death row for a long time. We've just been too wishy-washy because we were afraid we're going to do wrong. Don't worry about it. Even if it's questionable, if it is wrong, and he gets up to God and say, hey, you know what happened? And God said, yeah, you know what? You're good. Because here's the thing you guys don't realize. You know, murder, it's not as bad as people think it is. Murder is like a lottery ticket. You're out of the boot camp. You get to leave the pooping and peeing world. Hopefully you got a lot on your card or your scorecard. But murder is not as bad as people think it is. Unless you've not lived right. See, we're all children. But eventually we will all be adults in the Matrix. Not heaven. No more White Walkers. May our powers be with you.